Hi there, I'm Pamela, and I will be talking about how divorce affects kids. At the end of my speech, you will be able to understand and know how divorce affects kids. So, in December of 2012, my parents filed for divorce, and almost 2 years later, in September of 2014, my parents' divorce was final. The divorce was actually final a week before I went to my first day of first year of college. I come from a family of 5. Me being the oldest and my 4 younger brothers. I didn't notice any of the effects on my brothers until I came home from college for Christmas. So I wanted to see if this effects happens to a lot of other children after a divorce. Today, most most married couples get divorced, and there is 40 to 50% of all married couples end in a divorce. Um, we must become more aware and more knowledgeable in how divorce affects children. When children are in a divorced family, they start acting out in school. They begin to act out in school because they are losing attention from their parents, since now it is all focused on their parents. Kids start not doing their homework, they start bullying other kids, they just do anything to get attention. Kids also start feeling a sense of relief, especially kids that are teenagers. Most teenagers, when their parents do start arguing, all they do is wish and pray that their parents get divorced. And then when they finally do, that's when they have that sense of relief. Through divorce, a lot of kids start to feel the financial strain of a single parent household because they see that their house that they used to live in is no longer their house, and that they now live in probably like a one-bedroom house or a one-bedroom apartment. And then they never get to see their one parent as much because they have to keep up with the payments with like either having 2 or 3 jobs. And then because of the financial strain and having no money, the kids no longer see their house as a home. They see it as a place of where they sleep and their stuff is. And then because of all this, the kids start playing the blame game. Instead of taking responsibilities for their own actions, kids blame the divorce. Kids put their actions and their responsibilities and they blame it on the divorce. But through this all, what I found is that all kids don't like when they hear their parents bad-mouthing each other. I personally felt this through the divorce. I did not like how my one parent, my mom, would badmouth my dad, or my dad would badmouth my mom. Because who wants to hear their parent say awful things about their other parent? Because, I mean, no kid may ever say this, but at least one of their parents is their role model, and who wants to hear their role model be kind of bad talked? Some other things that kids feel, a lot of kids go through this phase where they think that their parents don't like them because they're a lot like their other parent. Like, they think that their mom doesn't like them because they're a lot like their dad. A lot of kids, as they get older, they're afraid to get in a relationship or get married because they're afraid it will end up in a divorce like their parents, and it will just have a bad strain. And then um, some kids often start to wonder and think, what would it be like to grow up in a both parent household? Um, for me, through all of this, I'd have to say I hit at least each and every one of the things that most kids feel through a divorce. I mean, I did act out in school, so did my brothers. It did take a dive on my grades. I mean, I was stressed out through the whole thing. I did feel that sense of relief when my parents got divorced. The financial strain, yes. Um, I was left to everything on my own, whether it was college to books to food. It was all on my own. Um, I did blame my parents for what was happening in my life. I used them as an excuse. Um, like I said, the bad mouthing, I did not like it at all. I It was the worst thing ever. I could not stand hearing it. And then, I mean, I do feel like, one parent doesn't like me because I'm not like the other. I mean, I haven't really gone through the whole getting married thing yet. I haven't felt that. Um, and then, yeah. But I do think that people should get more informed on how divorce really affects kids. I think most people think that kids should just grow up and go along with it, but a divorce really makes a difference. Um, but what I stated are only a few things that happens to kids, and because just like every kid, nothing is different. Like just like every kid, all kids are different, and just like every divorce, each divorce is different, and each kid will handle it differently. I hope you learned a little bit about how divorce affects kids, and I hope you enjoyed it.